There we go. There is 2 in a row for the Toronto Blue Jays as they beat the Seattle Mariners in game 1 of this 4-game series, 7-2. And with the pitching matchup the way it looked like the Jays should have their way. It wasn't all butterflies and roses for the first, 4 innings of the game. Seattle had a 2-1 lead heading into the bottom of the 5th. Then the Jays did what Cleveland did to them yesterday and score 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th and add 1 in the 7th, and a great job by the bullpen and Marco Estrada after the first inning, and a great game overall as the Jays take the opener, like I said, 7-2. Now let's break this down a little bit. Like I said, it didn't start off good early as Nelson Cruz hit a 2-run shot, and it was a no-doubter to center. I think it ended up in the flight deck. But the way the game went yesterday, I was like, you know what? I have faith in this team that they're going to come back. Which I was crazy because runs were so hard to come by earlier in the season, and now we're like, I have faith. And in the bottom of the first, Justin Smoke singles to center, Pilar scores, Carrera to second. Pilar and Zeke have been guys getting on base so consistently, and that's big. When these big boys come back who can hit the big bombs and everything, or hit gapper, when the 310 hitting Donaldsons and the 270 Morales and the hopefully 260, 270 Troy Tulowitzki and the Martins, right? You're going to get extra runs, and if those 2 guys can keep hitting the way they are, they're going to be doing great. And really all the offense tonight except for 1 hit by Steve Pearce. Justin Smoke, this guy had one heck of a night tonight. He went 3 for 3 with a home run. He also walked once, had 4 RBIs, and he scored twice. That raises his average to 274. Justin Smoke is having one heck of a season so far, but we saw a little bit of this last year. He started the season pretty well, and then he fell back into his old ways of just waving at pitches and not being as selective. So far, we are seeing a very good Justin Smoke. Like I said, as he singled to center, 1 run scores. It's a 2-1 game. Steve Pearce grounded into a double play, and that ended that inning, and really nothing else was going on for the Jays until the 5th with 2 out. Now, we're going to break this whole inning down because it was pretty crazy. Now, Chris Coghlan and Luke Maile on the bats, they're as close to automatic outs as it can be, and that's tough. You look at the spots they have. Luke Maile's the catcher. Who do you usually have there? Russell Martin. He's a guy that can poke the ball fairly well. Chris Coghlan at third base. Who do you usually have there? MVP Josh Donaldson. Again, a big spot to fill. So you look at those 2 spots right there. You can insert some really good players in there, but they're injured. And speaking of injuries, Lariano on the 10-day DL now. The Jays have 2 healthy starters that started the season in the rotation. The other 3 are on the DL. But Sanchez looks like he's going to be activated on Sunday, which is very, very good news. But like I said, we're going to break down that 5th inning. Coghlan grounds out. Luke Maile fouls out. There's 2 out, nobody on. Pilar walks. Ezequiel Carrera singles. Bautista walks. And then Justin Smoke singles to center. Potting home 2, the Jays got the 3-2 lead, which turned out to be the game winner, but at that point, it was just a lead at that time. Then, the next batter, Steve Pearce, on a 1-2 count, got a high fastball, and I think anybody could really hit that, but Steve Pearce barreled that up and absolutely smoked it. No pun intended there. It just came into my head, and he drilled it. Deep and gone. 3-run shot. Jays up 6-2. Life is good. And that was just, that was like, okay. Now, as I've been saying through these videos since the start of the season, once the Jays, or any team for that matter, score runs, getting a 0 put up in the next inning by your pitcher, it's huge. The Jays could have scored, what? They could have scored, 5 in that inning as they did, but then Marco could come out and give up 2 or 3, and there goes most of that run. And they're right back in it after you having a decent lead. But Marco came out and put up a 3-up, 3-down inning, and didn't give up anything the rest of the way as he went 6 strong innings. I mean, Marco Estrada was great. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 8 Ks. 3 of those 4 hits he gave up were in the very first inning. And he had 8 strikeouts. That's big for Marco Estrada. Also, he got the win, obviously, so it's a 2-2 record for Marco. He deserves a lot better, but he got his second win of the season here tonight. And, I mean, where else do we look? You know, and then you go, and then you get, yeah, hello. Thank you. And then we go to the 7th inning, right? So all that stuff happened in the 5th. 6th inning, nothing really happened. 7th inning, Justin Smoke up again. It's a 1-2 pitch. He loves those 1-2 pitches. He had the single to take the lead on a 1, or was it the single? Anyways, Steve Pearce with the home run on a 1-2 pitch. Justin Smoke home run on a 1-2 pitch. That ball was up. He got up and got that pitch and drilled it to right center, deep and gone. 7-2 Jays. And like I said, the rest, mathematical. The way the bullpen is going right now, they locked it down. Aaron Loup comes out, gives up, has an inning of work, walks a guy, but doesn't give up anything. And that's great because in his last outing, he gave up the home run. And we're like, oh boy, here comes Aaron Loup. And then he throws up a 0 here tonight. Grilly, he pitches an inning, gives up a couple hits, strikes out a guy. I mean, one of those hits, it hit off Zeke's glove, and that would have been an out and might have changed the inning a little bit. But the thing with Jason Grilly is his slider command. Can he locate that well? His fastball's been okay, but his slider has been missing hard, and a couple of those hits were on sliders that he missed. So he's got to find a way to get that going. But as of late, he's been doing pretty well, which is good. We just got to keep seeing it coming for Jason Grilly. And Leonel Campos comes out in the 9th inning. He pitched an inning and 2/3 in his earlier in the season. I think it was in April sometime he pitched that and did a great job there. And I kind of like his stuff. He pitched an inning of work in this one, got a strikeout. Ball game, Jays. Blue Jays win. 2 in a row. They start off the series very nicely, and okay, we talked about this game yesterday, about this is a very favorable game for the Jays to win, and they did. They won this one. They're only 7 games under 500 now. That's what we're looking at. I'm not looking at standings. I'm looking at the Jays record and the way they play one day to the next. Tomorrow, you got Joe Biagini coming in to pitch his second start as a Blue Jay, or of his career, really. And he did very well in his first start. I was very impressed with him. So if he can pitch another good one tomorrow night, that would be great. And on the mound for Seattle, you've got Christian Bergman. Again, like we said in the previous video, he only, decent ERA, or very good ERA at 2.45, but it's only in 3 2/3 innings, more or less, out of the bullpen. So you don't really know what you're going to get from him. And Joe Biagini, well, more or less we know what we're going to get from him, all right? Let's get a dub tomorrow and guarantee a series tie, because it's a 4-game series, obviously. All right? And that would be great to see. That would be fantastic to see. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this game and you're enjoying Blue Jays baseball right now, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. What are your opinions on Justin Smoke right now? And as of right now, no one's going on the DL. I hope I just didn't jinx it, but as of right now, no one left the game in the middle of the game with an apparent injury, so that's good news. But let me know what you guys thought of this game, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night as, like we've been saying, the Jays look to take a 2-0 series lead over the Seattle Mariners. Joe Biagini, Christian Bergman, 7:07 first pitch. Talk to you guys then.